BKS1 Radio, let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Nova Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Brooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon, and you're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all. Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio, let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Nova Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal?
All right, let's get this thing on. And
it's the Man Cave Morning Show.
Welcome. Happy Monday. You're officially on the Man Cave Morning Show.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
Radio. All right. Shout out to everybody, man, watching us live right now on YouTube. BKS1 Radio TV. Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on Twitter. Periscope.
Boom.
At BKS1 Radio ENT. Shout out to everybody listening to us live on the TuneIn app.
Boom.
Shout out to everybody in Facebook world, man. Salute, peace, and blessings.
Boom.
Shout out those watch parties. We got some things to talk about. All right. Mad Mondays, y'all.
Mad Mondays, sir.
Mad Mondays. I'm going to start it off because I'm going to talk about this. I posted this, so I'm going to talk about it. And I don't know if you've seen my post, Will. So let me just tell you a little bit about what's going on, right? So I was in Home Depot.
Saw this post.
You saw the post.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Yes.
So I was in Home Depot. I want to really know how you would have responded. All right, so I was in the Home Depot. I was in the social distancing line, I got my items, ready for stuff to be rung up and all of that, whatever. So it was my turn next. Mm-hmm. So I could either choose the self-checkout line, or I could either choose the cashier line, right?
Yes.
So I get up to the line, to the cashier, because I didn't want to do self-checkout. White guy that works there.
A Caucasian, sir.
Yes. Yells out, "Get to the back of the line!" To the back of the line.
I'm going to clap that up.
Supposed to be behind it, blah, 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 blah. So I turn around, you know what I'm saying? Like the first it shocked me. So right when I turn around, white lady jumps out. "Don't you ever talk to him like that," says this to the employee. Says this to the white guy. "Don't you ever talk to him like that." And I was in shock, right?
Wow.
And people turned around. She was like, "He was next. Don't you talk to him like that. He was next." And he goes, "Ma'am, is he with you?" She said, "No, and what does it matter? You're wrong. You were wrong." Right? So by that time, the black cashier, the black female cashier, had rung up all my stuff, whatever. Bag, I paid for it and everything like that. I turned around to the white lady. I hate just calling her the white lady, but I don't know her name.
The Caucasian woman.
The Caucasian woman. And I turned around to her and I said, "Thank you." And she was like, "He's an asshole, blah, blah, blah." And then the black lady that rung me up was like, "He's an asshole."
Wow.
So now,
an ally.
I was looking at a lot of people's responses. Some people's like, "Oh, I would have did more than that. I should have got at him." All of this, whatever. One, I was in a rush. I was in a rush, right? Two, she embarrassed the hell out of me.
Yes.
She was loud as hell.
Yes.
So she embarrassed him. Three, little short Caucasian man, whatever like that. I would have killed him. I would have punched him in the throat. I probably killed him or knocked it out. I'm being honest. I ain't even trying to, me. it's like, so I'm like, it wasn't even worth it. I got a chance to go home. I didn't get locked up. You know, all of that. So I seen people's responses. This one female was like, so you let the white woman step up and use her white privilege, and you lost yourself in the process.
How did you lose yourself in the process?
So I'm sitting up here like, huh?
I don't understand that.
Did you read my post? I basically said I didn't even have time to react.
Right.
One. Two, my stuff was basically almost rung up. You know, that's two. Three, after old girl said what she said and he was so embarrassed anyway.
Right.
You know, he stepped off. Now, if I had time, could I have gone to the manager? You know, could I call for the manager? If I had time, could I have yoked him up, beat him down in the store, you know, whatever case may be. The fact is I'm here with you today. We talking about it. I didn't have to get my family or none of my friends to pony up no bail money and all of that. You know, so I felt as though my reaction kind of showed growth from where I was.
Right.
The norm of 10 years, maybe 15 years ago, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. How would you handle that?
So do we always have to be on and know the appropriate
Tracy, what's good?
action to take? What if I just wanted to go to the store, get my stuff, and kirk out? Everything is not a fight. I mean, I'm grateful that an ally that you weren't even aware of stood up for you, a white woman at that, you know, going up against a white guy. Everything is not confrontational. In other words, people can yell, scream. People are free to do and say whatever they want. You are also free to do and say whatever you want. That was an appropriate response. I appreciate the fact that another stranger stood up for you, regulated it, handled it, and you were out. Everything is not some big to-do, calling a manager, we got to protest this, we got to protest that. Your new ally handled it. That's that. I applaud her for that.
So it's funny that you use that word ally. Why is that, sir? Being that it was a Caucasian woman.
You want to know why did I use that term?
Yes.
You put me on the spot. I have had to find a way to address, caring white people or people that are against white supremacy or a white person that's not racist or ignorant or whatever. I can't be mad at every single white person that I see. Number one, I can't say I'm not going to accept help only from black people, which for me is growth, because you know that's not always how I felt. But why would I turn away legitimate help? Now, there are times that in our struggle, we have to do things for ourselves.
No doubt.
But there are times when we have to accept help.
Facts. Let me read let me do some shout outs and then read some comments. Shout out to Walter Pittman. Shout out to Tracy Abrams. Shout out to Ingrid Judge. Why can't I see the rest of the shout out to True Fred Cooper. Shout out to Kimberly Jenkins Snodgrass. Shout out to Patricia. Shout out to Denise. And let me read Sam C. Shout out to Latanya Smith. Latanya, what's good? T. Barry, what's going on? Ingrid said every situation doesn't call for a knockdown, drag out fight.
Absolutely.
And that's how I looked at it. But you know, some people are like, oh, that couldn't have been me. That could have been me. I would have blah blah blah. That couldn't have been me. I'm like, well, one, I was picking up some items from Sandy.
Yeah, just shopping
that she needed right away.
Right.
Two, I had a meeting.
Right.
That I was running late to.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Three, if I would have got locked up, who's bailing me out? You know what I'm saying? Like the people that's saying this. So if I hit you up and be like, yo, my bail's $1,500.
They're not bailing you out.
Could you come get me? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what did certain people expect to happen? You know, what did certain people expect my reaction to be? And that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes every action doesn't call for
a response.
You know, like not all the time. I mean, she handled it before I can even say something.
Right.
And then she was sincere in her handling it because she was looking at him like in disgust. Like,
wow.
How you going to talk to this man like that?
Right.
One, and then two, this black man like that.
Right.
Get to the back of the line. And then, man, is he with you? Like it should have mattered. You know, like if I was with her, it's okay.
Right.
Or whatever.
You have permission to shop while black.
Yeah. So he was checked. He was checked. Because trust me, like
and
this,
rightfully so.
This dude, it wouldn't have been no fight if we would have got into it. You know, if we did get into a physicality, you know, it would have been real one-sided. You know, if I am going to fight, at least like a challenge. I'm going to keep it now.
That's funny. That's funny.
Let's read some comments. Let's read shout out to Sam C. Let's read his comment, and then we're going to move on. But this is, you know, Mad Mondays. So Sam said, to echo what you said 10 years ago, he'd been chipped. Now I would ignore him.
Right.
Yeah, he definitely would have been chipped up. You know what I'm saying? And it would have been more than that. He would have got beat up in the store, and then I've been waiting for him to come out the store if they didn't lock me up already.
You'd have been locked up, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd have been locked up.
Exactly. I'm not that dude. You know, I'm not that dude no more, whatever like that. I'm a businessman, and I got other things that I can do with my time than beating up somebody that's disrespectful. Imagine if we beat up everybody that's disrespectful.
Be fighting every day.
Or says something racist or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
So is there room for growth? Is there room for maturity? Is there room for wisdom? Is there room for manhood? Being a man is not just this. It's this.
Listen, share the show out right now. We're about to go deep. We're about to talk about a lot of different things.
It's Monday.
I want to tap on certain things I see in the church, and in the black church in particular. I'm sorry. I got to talk about it.
Don't.
No, I got to talk about it.
No,
certain things I need to understand. And listen, I think church is a good thing. I think church is a good thing. I think the houses of worship in general is a good thing for fellowship and people to congregate and people to, you know, practice their faith. So on that note, I think it's a good thing. When I see the abuse of things like tithing and certain monetary things
and being manipulated and pimped
when it comes to the church and stuff like that, you know, it's one thing, you know, somebody donating or giving a monetary gift to help a situation improve, and you know that person is going to try to really improve it or whatever, or to just say thank you, whatever like that. But when you start making a mockery,
sir,
a mockery of certain things in the church, it's a turnoff. And especially at this point in time where people need some type of faith to cling on to. You know, you have Buddhism, you know, that's what you
who I am, yes.
Hold on to.
Yes.
I hold on to Christianity. I can't say it's no one. I believe in God. Let me just say it like that. I believe in God.
Yes.
And I believe in a higher power and all of that. Again, and I've said this before on shows, I have my truth in every book. There's some truths in every book. The Quran, the Bible, in all of that. Torah, so on and so forth. But when I look at this clip, and I'm about to play for y'all right now, and hold on. Caller, give us a call back. Let me take a call. Caller from the 718. State your name when you call.
Hi, this is an...
All right.
Next.
Okay. So
the clip.
When I show y'all this clip that I'm about to show y'all, this is a big turnoff. And I really want y'all to watch the clip. And let's make some sense of it. Here's the clip. I'm trying to... They're supposed to be doing what with?
Bringing her back to life. She's dead, and you pour money on her, and the money makes her come back to life. She's a pastor.
Okay. I'm gonna stop it. Let me just stop it, man.
Go ahead, bro.
Nah.
Break it down so it's broke.
I'm just saying. Down, listen. See, and then you wonder why a lot of people, especially our people, are starting to speak against the church and speak against pastors and certain rituals that go on in the church and everything like that. It's because of stuff like this. And what was that labeled again? They that was the way to bring her back to life.
Yeah, she was dead.
That was the pastor.
The pastor was dead, and you bring her back to life
with the money,
throwing her money. By the way, $ BKS1 Radio. Okay, so that type of connery and buffoonish behavior, there are a lot of African American people that are taken in by that complete nonsense. I mean, it's mind control. It's being manipulative. It's pimpish. It has absolutely nothing to do with the gospel of Jesus Christ. You're clowns. You're simps. You're dummies. The God that you serve, strike me down with lightning for criticizing that. It has nothing to do with divine energy or what is right. You know, we have got to get to the point where
shout out to Richard Nunn.
People that are taking advantage of our community, we've got to start calling out.
Facts.
Explain how throwing money on someone, okay, they told you she's dead. She's not dead. But she says she died and she came back to life because you threw money on her. Like, huh? I'm Buddhist now, so I left Christianity outright. I'm not mad at no Christian or anything like that, but if you are unable to speak out against that, please don't tell me about your faith or your religion at all. It's a joke. Don't talk to me with it.
I think everybody should. I mean, listen, we just saw one context of it, but none of that makes no sense to me. I mean, I see that same act at a strip club, with
I respect the strip club act.
With the women laying down, whatever, and people coming up and they throwing the dollars and they
I respect
money
that more
or whatever. I just think, you know, gotta stop making a mockery out of the word. You know, if you're gonna preach the word and you believe in the word, then believe in it. But when you do stuff like that, man, come on, man. Laying down, pretending dead, and people coming up throwing money on you, whatever. That's the only way to bring you back to life or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it, man.
So for my Christian listeners, be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. When you sow that type of foolishness and buffoonery in people's lives, you're going to reap it. There are people that need help. They need solace. They need spiritual guidance. And you are throwing money at a strip club. Personally, it's better for you to go to a strip club. It's more beneficial for me to go to a strip club than for me to be in that church. That's just me, though. Let's fight about it. The number is...
Listen. The number is
646-233-1302.
Listen, Kwame said, I'm in the wrong damn business. I should have opted for the pulpit or the pole. Shazam.
Right.
Listen, man.
There's a lot of hustlers in the pulpit.
No, I'm just saying, like, and it's funny because I'm watching this show, and don't get me wrong. I know a lot of churches that do a lot of great things and a lot of good. So with everything good, you know, you got things that are bad.
Right, of course.
You know, that's with anything. But that type of ish right there that we just showed, it turns people off. It turns people that were thinking about maybe going to church or thinking about learning the Bible or thinking about things like that. It turns them off. You know, and my thing is, when I was going to church on a regular basis, it's been a minute, and I stopped not because of anything personal. It was just that life caught up with me, and I just got crazy busy. You know, and you know, I still get my prayers in and all of that. But when you see things like that, for somebody that's thinking about, hey, maybe I'm gonna start going to church, or maybe I'm gonna go and get my life right, or maybe I'm gonna go to Bible study and whatever. And you see something like that, somebody laying down in the church, whatever, and you got to throw money on them to bring them back to life, or whatever the case may be, and people walking up throwing the money on. It's like, come on.
So what turns me off is people.
Shout out to Felix.
Encouraging you not to embrace your own power. People encouraging you to wait and not take action. People telling you not to defend yourselves, to have pride and love for who and what you are. It turns me off when people manipulate and make profit out of God's word, God's name, the gospel of Jesus Christ. It has absolutely nothing to do with Christ. It's a show, and a lot of people have been misled and been misguided, and a lot of people have been brainwashed into thinking that that's God. It's not God. It's pimpistry, and it makes me sad. I don't know what else to tell you, man.
Yeah, you just make a new word.
Pimpistry.
Pimpistry.
Strumpetedness. Pimpetous.
Can I find out in Webster, sir?
Dawes Webster. Dawes Webster. You strumpet.
Just made up a new word.
You're a horror. You're pimpistry. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, and it's funny because I watched this show on Starz called P-Valley, right? So you know what the P stands for.
Okay.
But it's about the whole strip club life. But it's actually good. It's written well. The stories, different stories in there, whatever, different backgrounds about the different girls that work at this particular club.
Okay.
And everything. And then they got the one girl that's a stripper there whose mama is a deacon in the church, but wants to start her own, church, whatever.
Okay.
But speaks out against what her daughter does.
But takes the money though.
But takes her daughter's money.
I'm so shocked.
And then
I'm so surprised. No, you don't say.
And so in the recent episode, her daughter wanted to leave the strip club life and open up a legitimate dance school for kids. So she's been stacking up all this money, whatever like that. Her mother's been, she's been giving it to her mother to help her with something. And so her mother was supposed to, when she's ready to get her money back, her mother's supposed to give it back to her so she can get her building and her dance school and all of that. Come to find out, when she's waiting at the place to give the landlord the money for the building and everything like that. Come to find out, her mother then took her money and took the building and got her herself because she wanted to start her own church.
Glory to God.
So messed up all her dreams and everything she'd been stacking for or whatever. So she beat her mama's butt. And
rightfully so.
And they both ended up in jail. They had a big fight. So I say all that to say.
What you saying, sir?
I say all that to say is that this woman's supposed to be a woman of God. Her justification is that God would want us to do something good with this money, whatever. So she just totally negated her daughter's dreams and everything like that because she said God told her to do this with the money, whatever the case may be, but it was her daughter's money. But
so you doing foul stuff and then sticking God's name on top of it. Okay.
Is like, again, these are the actions that turns people away.
Absolutely.
It makes people feel like, you know what? I might as well just live my own life, whatever like that. I'm not going to church. I'm not doing this. When, it's wrong because, like, again, there are good churches, whatever.
Absolutely.
But the actions that you see from certain pastors in certain churches, they will make you turn the other way, turn around and walk the other way.
So, if I may, sir, I know we got to move on. Born and raised in church, educated in church, saw the infrastructure of how the black church kickstarted the civil rights movement and got into politics and made great change, okay? And then I saw, the television evangelists and the con artists and the hustlers. I'm not against the church, the real church. But there are fake churches and a lot of people.
I'm glad you said that.
There are a lot of people that can't tell the difference. And sometimes when I speak out against it, it's that I'm anti. Listen, I'm anti you being taken advantage of. I'm anti you going to a church and there's a venomous snake in the pulpit and you thinking it's God. I'm anti you thinking that that's right thinking. Kwane said,
we are going real hard on the sister. No, we're not going hard
Okay.
on the sister. We going hard on the pastor.
So-
whether it was a male or a female, it had nothing to do with it. Don't make it a sex thing, a gender thing, because it's not.
If that was a man doing that same thing,
it don't matter.
It has nothing to do with the sex.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Absolutely
It's the
nothing.
act.
It's the act.
We're going
of
going
taking
hard on the
advantage.
act and the action that we just saw. So don't twist it up.
And
Kwame.
we're going hard on people not having character and people taking advantage of people. It's hard out here. You think it makes
Shout out
sense
to Reggie Reg,
for
Crash
you
Crew.
to throw money at that pimp? Why? It's better in your pocket. It's truly better. It's better in your pocket.
Facts.
Times is too hard for bullcrap.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Now let's talk about this, right? So we talked earlier in the past about so we got Tamar Braxton, right?
Okay.
We got Nick Cannon, and both of these people contemplated suicide or tried it. In Tamar's case, she tried it. In Nick's case, he contemplated it, suicide.
Yes.
So now you got Azalea Banks, and they're publicly doing this on social media. So here's my thing. So you got 1 million followers, right?
Yes.
And your followers follow you to the hilt, everything you do.
Okay.
And then you get up there and be like, oh man, life's getting too tough, blah, 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 blah. This and this and this. I'm going to check out. You got some of those followers that's going to be like, you know what? Life is tough for me too. I'm going to check out. We have to be mindful, especially when you have a certain type of influence, especially if you're considered an influencer.
Go ahead.
We have to be mindful of our actions and what we say to people, because some people hold on to our every word.
Oh yeah, we have a responsibility.
Yeah,
yes.
I think we do. You do have a responsibility to where there's certain things that if I was going to really do something or whatever, I'm not putting it on social media.
Yes.
Right? Because still, I would want the people that I love in my life or the people that respect me, you know, to not be swayed by actions that I do.
Mm-hmm.
Negative actions
Mm-hmm.
that I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so now you got Azalea Banks recently, and some of you know her, some of you don't. I honestly never heard not one damn song that Azalea Banks did.
Neither have I. See her complaining
I've
about
never been
people.
a fan or whatever,
Mhm.
but she's always disgruntled, and she's always talking about other celebrities and other artists,
Right.
and coming at them, whatever. So I guess it hasn't been a good year for her.
Yes.
Like all of us. It hasn't been a good year.
It's COVID.
Year for
hell?
you.
The
Hasn't
plague
been a
is
good
upon
year
us.
For me. Probably hasn't been a good year for a lot of the listeners.
For
or whatever like that.
nobody. Everybody's struggling.
But this is what she says, and I'm gonna let y'all hear it. I'm gonna play the clip. Y'all gotta listen to the clip. It's an audio clip. This is Azalea Banks, what she just put out. You know, she shaved her head now and everything. So she's dealing with something. She's going through something. But this is what she put out on social media. And she does have fans. Let me play the clip.
I just had a friend come do a welfare check on me. I'm fine. I promise you I'm fine. Like, I'm not scared. But my decision is made. The decision is made, you know? I'm just gonna really try to push through these next couple months. Business and pleasure, you know. Niggas acting funny with the stems. I'm just gonna debo the fucking shit. And it's gonna just come out as a mixtape with 2 tracks, whatever. Young Rapunzel, I'll stitch that up, put it together. I'm finally give you a fantasy too, and then I'm gonna like start looking for like voluntary euthanasia option. Looking for voluntary. I just had a friend come do a welfare check on me. I'm fine. I promise you, I'm fine. Like, I'm not scared.
And there's a lot of this going on.
But my decision is made. The decision is made, you know?
Well, she sounds either medicated or drunk or like she smoked weed or something like that. But the fact that this is on social media, the fact that she does have fans, Again, a lot of us is dealing with stuff. We going through situations, man, and like, it's like, listen, we gotta learn to just talk to people, or reach out to somebody if we having problems. You know, her career hasn't been going the way she wanted it to go. She's more known now of gossiping about people and talking about other people. She's saying the pandemic and everything that's going on, she just want to check out. But after she also mentioned she's dropping a mixtape. No, I'm just keeping it. She did. You heard her. She mentioned she's dropping a mixtape as well. Like, how do we react to that? And before we even get into it, listen, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is
1-800-273-8255. That number again
is
1-800-273-8255. National Suicide Prevention Lifeline.
How do we start handling things like that? Because our children is all over Instagram and social media, whatever. They're hearing her say this, that she wants to check out. They're hearing her say, because of this pandemic and everything else that's going on in life. You know what I'm saying? What she say? Yes, I think I'm done here. This pandemic, extremely lack of social interaction, no intimacy, combined with constant public ridicule is making life harder than worth. I think I will end my tenure here on Earth soon. And you see a picture of her with the shaven head and all of that. You know, like, what's going on?
So first, I want her to get help. I want her to be well. I don't want her to commit suicide. I don't want her to harm herself. If she's in the sound of our voice, that suicide prevention hotline number is real. It's a thing. So let me just qualify that. I have another qualifier. I work in mental health. Is what I do. Last year, young boy was in my facility that we had a great conversation. We talked about comic books. We laughed. We joked. 2 hours later, he stepped in front of some train tracks, and he's no longer with us. So I understand how devastating suicide can be. Now that I've qualified my statement, these are just my thoughts and my comments. It reflects not on anyone but me. If I'm going to cry out for help, I'm not going to also, before I go, give you the name of my mixtape or my Cash App before I go. So this is a problem because I don't know what's serious and what's not. I'm going to err on the side of caution to say, you need to go ahead and get help. Now that I've said that, a lot of these celebrities and a lot of these famous folk are going through because they ain't got no damn attention. They're not getting no likes. They're not getting no hits. They're not getting, what does the sister say? Social interaction and this and that and the other. If you are governed by the attention that you get, I'm going to humbly suggest that you rethink the way in which you're living your life. You sing a lot. Okay, you shaving your head. You're saying you want to kill yourself. I think Brother Nick Cannon also said that. The thing from my experience, what happens is I've been around people that have committed suicide. They didn't advertise it. They kind of just did it. I'm not here to cast aspersions. I'm just saying we have to start reevaluating what's important. It's hard out here. Okay, it's hard for Norm. It's hard for Dawood. It's hard for you. You're losing money. I personally have had coworkers die from COVID, right? We're stressing because we can't go to work. We're stressing because the kids can't go to school and I don't have a babysitter, etc. That's what's important, not likes and social media and publicity stunts by let me go and shave my head and this type of thing. Sister, I love you. If you really need help, go get it. Get the hell off of social media trying to get likes or restarting your career or having some type. there are young people that are influenced by the words that you say. And when you're behind this microphone, you have to be responsible because somebody could take something that you say loosely and act out on it.
Facts.
Not cool. Not
Facts.
cool. Not cool. Man.
Sam C said her career hasn't popped off because she burns bridges. Yeah, and Ingrid said she sounds high. Yeah, facts. Again, man, wish her well.
Get help.
Get help. Exactly.
God bless you. Love you. Get help.
Get some help. Let's talk about this right here. So set this up with this lady here, with the Karen.
So, oh God, yet another Karen sighting. There was a brother who was pulling into the wherever he was pulling. He's pulling into a parking spot, and this Caucasian lady started to berate him, started to threaten him, and he handled himself with great dignity and poise. Clip, sir.
Now listen good. Here's the clip.
You're in there getting a piece of ass or something when you could have parked in one of these visitors parking to do that.
Well, why are you so hostile?
Because you're not supposed to be illegally parking. The paying attendant has a right to come in and
And
out.
I told you, I said, I apologize, ma'am. I was just coming in for a second. I was leaving.
No, you've been here longer than a second. It took more than a second to go over to the damn office and file a complaint against it and have your card.
Hey, but I was talking to you real respectful and everything.
No, you're not. You're still stealing from me.
And you called me a nigger.
So I've got a constitutional right to freedom of speech. I'm an American and proud of it. I don't have to leave America to go to Africa. Like you guys have to leave Africa to come to America.
Nah, you all took us from Africa and brought us over here.
No.
But that's neither here nor there. I mean, this is not your country either. You have no culture. What is your culture?
This is America.
Hot dogs?
America. I'm proud to be an American.
Like, you hate Mexicans, but every street out here is named after a Latin name. I mean, you eat Mexican food. You eat soul food. You eat French food. Everything that you eat, everything you do is another person's culture. Your culture is hot dogs. Like, come on. I mean, you all are just so hateful. Like, why y'all hate so
Because you're
much?
not supposed to. Who are you visiting, Miriam? Why didn't you?
It's none of your business who I'm visiting. The point is, I was over here to pick up my kids. I was here to pick up 2 of my children. 2 little boys. That's infant and a toddler. And it's 110 degrees outside. So I just parked right here just to come in and come out.
You've been there for over 30 minutes.
Ma'am, if I've been here for 3 hours, the point is, get at me respect, and I'm going to get at you respectfully. You saying I stole from you, I stole your property, I stole your part, I'm a nigger. I asked you, did you really just call me a nigger? And your words was, yeah, I don't stutter. I said what I said, and I meant that, you little nigger.
Hold on, caller, please. Hold on.
See, yes, no problem saying this. Okay. I mean, you was gonna call me a nigger regardless. You was gonna feel the hatred in your heart regardless.
People steal from me.
Mm-hmm. But don't you all steal everything?
No.
This land that you in right now, you stole it from Native Americans. Everything that you all have, you got because you stole it. You steal cultures, you steal identities. Hell, y'all are still a thought if you could.
No, I don't steal.
All right. Calling from the 646. State your name where you calling from. What's good?
What's up? Sam C. You call from Jersey City.
Sam, what's good? What's going on, man?
I had a phone call last week with my boy. He called me middle of the night. Not uncommon for him. But yeah, he told me he was ready to get up out of here. And we ended up talking for 2 hours. But my first words to him was, "Man, shut the F up. You ain't gonna do nothing, because if that was the case, you wouldn't have called me." But that's my boy. That's how we talk to each other.
Right.
But he suffers from substance abuse, and he goes through the whole relapse thing. I'm there for him as much as I can be. But yeah, I just had to talk to him on the phone. One, to make sure that he wasn't, and 2, talk to him till I felt he was in a better place. Than when he got on the phone. And but then also to go by what Wu was saying, when people are suffering like that, for the most part, like everybody who I know would have that have crossed that threshold, they don't tell nobody when they're going to do it.
They do it.
They just go ahead on and do it. AKA, you know, one we know just recently, Anthony Bourdain. You know, he was out to dinner with his friends and went in the room, and then, you know, he did that act.
Robin Williams.
So,
yeah,
Robin Williams, same thing.
Just did it.
So yes.
So let me take it back. Let me take it back to your friend real quick. Let me take it back to your friend. So, was your friend like that? Was he talking like that before the pandemic, before the COVID, or this is something?
Yeah. I've been through this with him a few times.
Okay.
And it's every time he relapses. Like I say, he suffers from substance abuse.
Right.
So every time he relapses, we go through this, and I just talk to him until I'm absolutely 100% sure he's not going to go do it.
Okay.
No, I mean, like one time we stayed on the phone for 8 hours straight.
Wow. Well, see, in a situation like that, he's lucky to have you, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He's definitely lucky to have you to reach out to, whatever, because substance abuse is real. The relapsing is real. A lot of people don't realize that, and it takes a good friend.
Yeah. You know, I got an extensive history in my family on that one, so that's I more or less understand what he's going through.
No doubt. Well,
I'm there for as much as I can, but dog, you ain't getting no money out of me.
Right.
Right. Well, facts, man. Look, appreciate you calling in and sharing that, family.
Respect.
All right, y'all stay up.
All right,
yes, sir.
Let's go back to the.
I know we got. I just wanted to say something quickly to Sam, and then we're gonna go back to the quit. Mental illness is a real thing. Depression is a real thing. Substance abuse and addiction is a disease which can be treated like cancer or high blood pressure. We can receive treatment. We got to start dealing with the mental health issues in our communities and seek treatment. And big up to Sam, who's able to speak to his friend. I think that the depression and the mental illness and the addiction kind of all coalesce in him wanting to kill himself. Now to the clip.
Back to the Karen.
Back to the Karen.
All right. So the older lady.
Yes.
Very disrespectful, but she says she has a right. And he was like, "Ma'am, you called me the N-word. You called me a nigga. You called me this. You called me that. Whatever." She said, "I have a right to freedom of speech in this country, or whatever." And do you think more and more people are feeling like that? You know, especially when it comes to what they really feel about another race, because what we saw right here, this man wasn't doing nothing, whatever, but she just kept badgering him.
I think that the key word is speech, and speech has to go back and forth. So while she expressed what she wanted to say, he expressed what he wanted to say. She was dealing with nonsense. He was dealing with facts. He was unemotional. He never got disrespectful. He wasn't afraid. He wasn't off of his square. And prejudice and white supremacy doesn't work if you're not afraid. It doesn't work if you're not emotional. It doesn't work if you keep a clear mind and a clear head. He stood flat-footed and was insulted and verbally harangued for a long time, and then he heard with facts, and all she could do is step off. Resist the devil, and he'll flee from you. So you're seeing, if you have the right to express your ignorance, I'm going to have the right to express my intelligence. And when it comes to intelligence, I'm going to crush you. And that's what he did. Without the police, without somebody getting shot, without somebody getting killed, he exposed her ignorance, her hatred, and her vitriol. And this is the way that we got to start handling this racist society, white supremacy. It's a new day. And I applaud his maturity for how he handled it.
So why you think so many of these cases are happening right now, bro? Like, we've seen it more and more. People are not playing. Their cell phone game is up now.
Right.
We documenting everything. We recording everything because we want to show people this is how they living now. This is what's going on right now. We got the Karens and we got the Carls.
Right.
Here's a similar situation with a Carl. We're gonna show y'all right now. It's like they're all over the place.
What is your probable cause for following me right now as I'm trying
because
to go
I am
back
asking you where you
I
live at on this
Okay.
property, which is private
What
property.
is your probable cause right now for
Because I
for
am
following me?
investigating burglaries on this
Whatever,
property.
sir. Please stop following me.
I am following you. I'm
This
glad
is
you're
really
videotaping
ridiculous.
me.
Yeah, I am glad I'm
I
videotaping
am very glad you are.
Me too, because I would really like to just go to where I live very peacefully without you following me.
You can go very peacefully.
Okay, that's wonderful.
How hard would it have been for you to answer my questions?
And your question is what?
Where do you live at on this property?
And why do you need to know that?
Because
I don't know
I
who
am
you
the
are.
security officer here.
I don't know. I don't know that. Where's your
Well,
ID?
Well, you go ask the officer.
Where's
they'll
your
verify.
ID?
I don't have to show you ID.
You don't have to show me ID. However, you have a right to ask me where
Yes, I do.
I live.
Yes, I
okay.
do.
All right, sir. Roger that.
Roger that.
And he's gonna still follow him.
I feel like you're harassing me right now.
Oh, no, you
actually.
can feel that way. Everybody has their opinions.
Well, you're following me.
Yeah. No, I'm walking beside you. I'm not following.
Well, you kind of are following me.
No, I'm walking beside you.
Yeah, all right, man. All right.
You're right, sir.
Crazy.
I'm right.
You are right. I am walking beside you.
You are following me.
I am not following you. I am beside you.
Okay, so if you're not following me, where are you going right
I
now?
am going where you're going to make sure you're a resident here.
That's pretty much following me.
No,
man.
that is walking beside you.
Okay. All right, sir. All right. Great.
Thank you.
So,
Crazy.
if you look at how the civil rights movement first started, one of the things that the leaders did was they brought cameras to show the world exactly what's happening. That's how it all. You saw the hoses, you saw the dogs, you saw the lynchings, you saw the murders, you saw churches being bombed and blown up. Listen, here's the thing. We now can see who's hateful, who's devilish, who's vindictive, who doesn't see me as a human being. I don't have to ask to be a human being. I have rights. I walk with confidence and assurity. And what you're seeing is ignorance and evil being exposed for what it is. It's a blight. It's been a blight. We've been dealing with this for a long time. However, the populace, black folks, have the power to use media to expose this wicked behavior. And what you're seeing our people doing is doing that. Going after the police, going after racist people, and expose. Listen, this man is letting the world know how wicked he is. And what do you do with ignorance? You shine the light of knowledge on it. I'm emotional, General, you know that, screaming and yelling, but it's not always time for that. Sometimes you let a fool expose himself for being a fool. White supremacy is crumbling. They're upset about it. There's a new day. They don't like women. They don't like brown folks. They don't like gay folks. All these people do is tell me what they don't like. I don't know what they like. Don't know what they stand for. They bitter and disgusted with everyone. But they're showing themselves, and the world can see, and this wickedness is coming to an end. Thank God. Like, enough with this foolishness.
One thing I do like about a lot of these clips, that when we run that with the Karens and with the Carls and everything, is the composure we learn to keep. Hence, me being in Home Depot.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying, with Dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like the composure we learn to keep now. Because they waiting for us to wild out. That's what they want. They want us to act like the savage. Like, if we can get them to act like the savage, we prove our point.
Yes.
And when they see us calm and got composure and intelligent and know what we're talking about and articulating very well, they're like,
not afraid and powerful.
Yeah.
Speaking truth.
This is how we gotta stand, man. This is how we gotta stand. But at the same time, we gotta call it out. No doubt. Now let's talk about this Jaguar right, bruh.
Ratchetness on Monday.
Yes.
Original Man Cave Morning Show.
Mad Monday.
Mad Monday.
What's going on with Jaguar Wright? Like what's happening? Bring this to our attention.
From what I can see, she's a recording artist that worked with the Roots and a lot of famous people. And she got angry about something. I don't know what it was. And she is basically ripping everyone she has ever worked with.
Calling everybody out.
And calling everyone out.
I heard her talking about Mary J.
And Erykah Badu and Jill Scott,
Black Thought
and Talib Kweli,
Common. But that's a big bomb she dropped on Common.
It is a big bomb.
And Tiffany coming to his defense.
Yeah, a little social media game. So if she accused Common of sexual harassment or rape or whatever, on in a second, the next thing you know, Tiffany Haddish is saying this is my boyfriend. So you can see them playing social media tag. You know what I'm trying to say.
We're gonna play some of the clip. Okay. Let's talk about this, man, because I'm getting everybody coming out now.
Okay.
A while since we've heard her name, but it just might pop back amid the headlines after some shocking and scandalous claims she recently made about rappers Common and Talib Kweli. Wright was compelled to speak out after the passing of the Roots founding member Malik B. Not only did she claim that the Black Thought and Questlove, the front men of the band, were not doing right by Malik B, she had a lot to say about Common and the way he treated her. In an Instagram Live, Wright said,
lies. They done burned up people's lives and you was there doing the gaslighting. Because she was the one that did the main gaslighting with fucking Flo Brown that ran Flo Brown all the way the fuck out of fucking hip-hop forever. She was the same bitch who called my husband and told him that I was fucking with Talib Kweli when we was doing the goddamn OK Player tour. Had my ex-husband fly out. We have a whole motherfucking shit. Talib running scared and shit around the damn House of Blues. I'm like, why is you running? See, that's when I knew I couldn't fuck with Talib no more. Because you running from this nigga, I whoop this nigga ass my goddamn self. You running from him? You running from this soft ass nigga in tight pants? He's here for pictures, yo. You running from him? Him. I got it. Yeah, we good. We good. Fucking Talib Kweli used to come to Black Lily in New York and hide out in the green room when we were getting changed, especially me, to watch me get dressed and undressed before I got on stage and then wait for nobody to be looking to sneak out. Yeah, that nigga ran from Sam. Corny ass nigga. I've been holding all this shit too. Trying to make y'all fucking crazy backpack motherfuckers look good. Fucking stupid as shit. Fucking Common. Goddamn Common. Next thing I know, we go to bed. He like, oh, come on, Jack. No, I'm tired, nigga. I was on the stage all night. I want to lay down. I'm going to lay down in the bed. I lay down with my clothes on. You know what I mean? I'm a rape survivor. I know how to buy myself a little time. You know what I mean? Just in case a nigga try to get out of hand. You got to pull my pants down. By the time you get my pants down, I promise you I'm hooking off in your jaw. That's how I grew up. That's how I grew up.
Wow.
The next thing I wake up this morning, I feel something poking in my face and shit, right? And it's just poking in my face. And I'm what the fuck? And I'm like, and I open my mouth. This nigga trying to stick his dick in my mouth while I'm asleep. Lonnie fucking Lynn. Rashid, Common, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. That's why I stopped fucking with him. Because, nigga, if you gonna try to stick your dick in my mouth while I'm asleep, there ain't nothing you won't do. I don't even know why he running around here, parading around here with all these public relationships that don't never seem to last. When the last time he actually had a real bitch? You was with Serena, that didn't work out. You was with whoever and whoever. You always got, whoever's hot dating you, but the shit don't last long. He ain't been right since fucking Lauryn Hill left him anyway.
Oh, damn. Okay, we're going to stop right here. Woo. Jeez.
Can't clap that up.
Wow. But, this is where you want to go with it?
This is where I want to go with it.
No, hell to the no, hell to the no,
all right.
To the no, hell.
Hold up.
General,
I'm
break
trying
it down.
to process.
Break it down.
I'm trying to process, man. Listen.
Break it down.
Listen. Y'all heard everything she just said. Now, explicit as it was, those were her words. This is her revelation she's unleashing right now. For whatever reason, I don't know. So she basically says some unflattering things about Talib. She went in on Common. Basically said an allegation of sexual assault.
Yep.
borderline rape. Borderline rape.
That's what it sounds like. Allegedly, yeah.
So this has been circulating all around. Tiffany Haddish recently just made a statement saying that I don't care what you say about Common or whatever.
Boyfriend and
I love him.
Right.
I love him regardless. I don't care what you say about him. So the thing is now, is there going to be a response? Is Common going to respond to Jaguar? Right? That's a serious allegation.
Yes.
Very serious. Talib hiding in the green room. They getting undressed or whatever like that. That's serious. But the Common one, that's real serious, bro. Because Common right now, his career has just skyrocketed.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's on the upswing. He got crazy endorsements, new projects, new movies, new films, new lady in his life, Tiffany Haddish. You know what I'm saying? Now, Jaguar is coming out with all these allegations, and she's saying a lot of things against a lot of the hip-hop community. What do we do with it? Do we take it and be like, she's just mad? Or do we take it like, damn, somebody needs to call Common out on this? Or do we just dismiss it as somebody angry, didn't make it that far in the game, and just dismiss it? What do we do? Phyllis said, damn, that was deep. That was deep. Ingrid said, let's see. I'm trying to catch up to the comments. But I don't know, man. How'd you take all of that, bro?
That was okay. That was a lot. I'm trying to see how I can come at this. First, I'm against abuse and rape, and that's wrong. It needs to be called out. But I have different opinions, meaning I support women speaking their truth and getting justice. But the other half of me says, if this occurred, I can't believe I'm saying this, but if this occurred, did you speak out against this as it happened? And there were some other incidents that occurred as they were happening. Did you speak out against it? Now, I can understand people that are being victimized. They're afraid to speak. And I completely understand that, and I completely get that. However, in the commentary, I'm asking myself, with respect to victims and people that have been abused, why are you talking about this now? Do you have some type of ulterior motive? What I'm saying is, I'm trying to have two ideas in my mind and entertain two thoughts at the same time. Meaning, I'm against victimhood, I'm against rape and all of that wickedness, and I'm also against opportunists. Listen, she sounds hurt. She sounds angry. One of the monikers that you gave me, sir, when I first got on this air was Thirsty Jenkins, Bitter Jenkins. Because why? When I first got on the air, I was speaking from my hurt, from my pain. I was angry and I was lashing out over the airwaves. Now, was I telling the truth? Yes. But my intention was to hurt the people that hurt me. And the old saying, hurt people hurt people. You can tell me you're speaking your truth. You can tell me you just keeping it real and people. But I have to also see if all you're doing is lashing out, wanting to bring people's careers to an end, what is the intention of your heart? Meaning, you can speak your truth, but if I'm speaking my truth because I want to hurt another person, how does my truth land? How is it affect? Okay, if I want to bring light to these things, am I doing it in an effective manner, or am I just looking like a bitter person that wants to burn the world down? It could be all at one time.
You're right. So do you think she's bitter? Do you think she's speaking about this now because like people should know? She also said too, I'm tired of protecting these backpack rappers or whatever like that.
Well, she's coming for the entire neo soul industry.
Yeah, she's coming. She's coming for them hard, and it's like, let's see what she got going on though, right? So is she trying to come out with more music? Maybe no. I haven't heard anything.
So my question is, would these allegations be leveled if she were as successful as Jill Scott or Erykah Badu? I'm asking
the
you.
allegations
Asking
will be taken a lot seriously. There are people that made claims against Jay-Z and that you never heard about him again.
Okay.
Because of the level where they were in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like, now if a Mary J. Blige came out and made an allegation against Common,
it will have more weight.
It will have more weight. It will be taken seriously. Now, it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, that's foul.
But that's how it is. That's how it is in the game. You know, so somebody to come out and say that you raped me, you did this, sexual assault, this, blah, 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 blah,
Go ahead.
whatever, without hearing the other side, you still kind of want to know the other side. Now, will Common be questioned about these things? That's the key. And it's who is going to question him about it, right? Will it be a Oprah? Will it be a Gayle that questions him about these allegations? You know what I'm saying? Will it be somebody prominent in the hip-hop game? You know what I'm saying? To question him about these things? What happens? Right?
Okay. So
what do you do with this?
So, okay. First of all, entertainment is wicked and devilish. And it's a very abusive and it's a very hard and tough thing. Now, this is no surprise. The casting house they was passing Marilyn Monroe around 50 years ago. So, and the studio heads and rape and everything. So, first of all, I'm glad to see the culture shift to women becoming empowered, able to speak out against this stuff and put a stop and put it into it. So, of course, that's my primary concern. At the same time, we live in a society where there are opportunists as well. I have to see both sides. I gotta see both sides, whether you're speaking your truth or whether it's a combination of two. Look, this really happened, but I also have a wicked intention to tear someone else down as well.
So let me ask y'all this. Let
Right?
me ask you this, Woo. Let me ask y'all this. Time limits, time frame, right? So let's just talk about time frame and time limit. So there's no time limit, right, for these things?
No.
There's no. I'm going to address this as it happens. There's no. Is there an intent because somebody has surpassed you, and one of your peers has surpassed you?
Go ahead,
in the game.
Go ahead.
And has reached this plateau now, and you're here.
Go ahead.
Now I think this is the right time to bring this out, to take them off that plateau. Is there some of that going on too? Is there some of that going on too, or that it doesn't matter when she spoke about it? Is that she spoke about it? She's a victim. She's a victim.
Yes.
So a victim has no time limit, right?
No. No.
So all right. So, but we can't chalk it up to I want to knock him off that pedestal because he seems happy now.
Okay, so General, and speaking of time limits,
that doesn't matter, right?
I want to have a conversation with you. I went to Catholic school. I'm 50 years old now. You know what? And my priest molested me. You understand? And I held it inside for as long as I could. Now I'm on a Man Cave Morning Show. I come in on the air and I drop this bombshell. Boom. So in that instance, right? There's no time frame. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know Jaguar Writer. What happened to her? Do you get the same feeling as a grown adult saying I was molested and abused by this person, right? And I want to speak my truth. Is that the same energy that you? Because we don't know the truth. Do you feel that same energy from Jaguar right now? Are you questioning it? I'm not trying to disrespect her, not at all. But I'm saying when you're talking about time limits, like.
Then he got with Erykah after I fucking spurned him. He hated my ex-husband for I don't know how long. No matter where we bumped into each other, he wouldn't even look my ex-husband in the face. He would talk to everybody totally real bitch shit. Let's keep it a bean. Real bitch shit.
This is piping hot, girl.
With Erykah, and then Erykah was jealous as fucking me. That song "Booty" on that second album, that shit was about me. She made that shit up at Black Lily in New York. That your booty may be bigger, but I sure can still your nigga, but I don't want him, bitch. You can't.
Goddamn Common. Next thing I know, we go to bed and he's like, come on, Jag. I'm like, no, I'm tired, nigga. I was on the stage all night. I want to lay down. I lay down with my clothes on. I'm a rape survivor. I know how to buy myself a little time. Just in case a nigga tried to get out of hand, you got to pull my pants down. By the time you get my pants down, I promise you I'm hooking off in your jaw. That's how I grew up. Wow. The next thing I know, I wake up, it's morning, and I feel something poking in my face and shit. And it's just poking in my face. And I'm like, what the fuck? Then I open my mouth. This nigga trying to stick his dick in my mouth while I'm asleep. Lonnie fucking Lynn. Rashid, Common, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. Because, nigga, if you're going to try to stick your dick in my mouth while I'm asleep, it ain't nothing you won't do. I don't even know why he running around, parading around here with all these public relationships.
All right. So, go ahead.
So she was telling her story and what happened. And one of the things I heard her say was, she talked about Erykah Badu and something about how Erykah was jealous of her or not good enough, this and that and the other.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is just me. When you telling your truth about what happened to you, I'm not worried about whether someone was better than me or jealous of me or their career is not where it's supposed to be and they did me wrong. All I'm doing is telling my truth. Listen, this is what happened to me. So when you say this is what happened to me, right, and you combine it with she thinks she better than me. She ain't shit. Fuck that. Excuse me. Fuck that bitch. That bitch knows shit. I can sing better than her. See, when you start saying that in addition to what you're saying, to me, you disqualifying yourself. I'm all for victims. I'm all for women speaking the truth. But when you like, I'm a better singer than her. 25 years ago, that bitch stole my man. See, when you start talking like that, now I got to stop. Now I got to be like, oh.
So that takes. Does that take her out the victim category though? That's the question. Does it take her out the victim category though? So she's no longer a victim. She's sounding more so bitter than just being a victim.
Okay, General.
She's sounding bitter,
General,
and the fact that again she's not relevant, and all these other people she's talking about are.
Yes. But General. She could be a victim, and she could be and she could be bitter, and on top of that, she could be an opportunist.
If it's
she
true,
could be all three things at once.
If it's true, she's still a victim. She's a victim if
it's
true.
If it's true, yes.
But you need in order to claim something that's truth, you kind of need both sides. You need both sides. So Common need to come out and speak about it, or should he just stay back in the wings? His publicist right now is probably like, Common, let it go. Just let her blow off steam. Let her say whatever. Just let it go. Don't even say no. His lawyer's probably like, do not respond. Because if you respond, then it's going to go back and forth, and it will never stop. Then you're going to get called on the Red Table Talks, Common. You're going to get called on Oprah.
You going there for real?
Yeah. You're going to
get. You really going there?
You're going to get called on Gayle King. You're going to get called on all these shows or whatever to answer this particular question about Jaguar Wright. I've never in the game. I've been in the game, and I know a lot of these cats that she's speaking about. I've never heard anything personally about Common. You know what I'm saying? Now, have I heard some personal stuff, some wild stuff about certain other celebrities or certain other hip hop artists? Yep. But did I also witness how somebody can be falsely accused?
Absolutely.
Of something they did not do because a female was trying to get a come up? Yes, I witnessed that too. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen both sides of it. I also seen the media lie in a situation when I was right there in a situation, and they totally lied just for a story, right? So I've seen that. So what do you do with this right now? So you know how quickly we live in a cancel culture right now, and how somebody can just totally be X'd out of the game just because somebody has some allegations against them. Common has a lot going on for him right now. Yeah, there you go.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. That was accidental.
Go ahead. You wanted to do it.
Hell no.
Subconscious.
What do we do? Because this is serious, bro. Common could be canceled for this.
Okay. You said a lot of things.
Especially with how the media is today.
Let me rewind the tape. If I were Common, I would shut up because when we get off the show, Kanye going to say something stupid. Trump going to say something stupid. It's going to be another COVID alert, blah, blah, blah. So it'll get out of the cycle of the media. You said, what should we do as the public? We should watch. What do I mean? Back in the day, OJ was innocent, and the man was trying to get him, you see, when I was a kid, and that's what it was. Number two, Bill Cosby, America's Dad, would never, ever, ever do such a thing, blah, 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 blah. So I'm familiar with how people can use their image to cover up stuff. We've seen it time and time again. You said something else interesting. You're going to be called to the red table. You're going to be called to Oprah. You're going to be called to Gail. At one point, those three people were unassailable. The words that they spoke was law and truth. And anything the woman said about the black community, if they said a black man was sunk, that black man was sunk. Those three women were extremely, extremely powerful. But guess what? We kept watching. And what happened? Their cracks began to show. Their dirty laundry started to air. And you could start to see how sometimes these women use their power and their position to tear and rip us down. That's just a fact. I don't even feel like that's an opinion. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that we should keep watching and keep listening. And when I'm telling a story about somebody putting their penis in my mouth, I'm not going to also be like, I'm a rapper, but I'm better than Rakim. Rakim stole my lyrics. See, if I'm an aspiring rapper and I never got on and they were my contemporary, now I want to tell you how Tretch beat me up. The next thing out of my mouth should not be, but Tretch stole OPP from me and I did it. I should just be talking about my experience.
Here's what
That's
I'm asking
it.
you, though. Here's what I'm asking you. Should Common respond to these allegations?
No.
That's the whole thing.
No,
If
he
you know
shouldn't.
what I'm saying? If somebody was coming at me, Norm stole it, Norm stole that, Norm stole this, Norm stole that, whatever like that, and I know I didn't, and I know it's not true, I may have to speak up and respond to the allegations. You know, I may just have to say something. Sometimes you can brush certain things off, bro. But but a serious charge like sexual assault,
I hear
rape,
you. I hear you.
It's hard to just let
No,
somebody.
I got you. That's the
say
point.
say some stuff like that. Yeah.
So-
And just it's hard to just let that go and just brush that aside. I know me. No, I'm coming for you. You're gonna come publicly and say something like that about me that could damage my character, damage my brand, damage my reputation. I'm coming at you. I'm coming at you hard, and I'm gonna shut you down. And then really prove it. Where's everybody else saying everything that you're saying right now?
So you're 1,000% right, but let's think about this. You remember the Kevin Hart apology tour? You remember Kevin Hart apologized? And they made Kevin Hart apologize for 5 years straight. And the only reason it stopped was because he put a stop to it. So now, yes, 1,000%. Sexual allegations against men, it could sink you. Also, in this whole Me Too thing, if you sneeze, if you cough, if you do anything, you the worst man in the world. So I can see, okay, I see your point, but I'm arguing the other point. Certainly your lawyer would tell you, don't say nothing.
Facts.
Certainly your lawyer will be like, but what I'm
your
saying
publicist
is
going to be like, let me handle it.
Right. But so I can see what you're saying, but also it's an attack culture. Please hear me out, people, before you attack me. Masculinity is under attack. You're toxic masculinity. You grabbed my butt in 1937 and this and that and the third. That's not the same thing as I can point that out as a man, and I can also point out I'm not with rape, I'm not with assault, I'm not this and what I'm saying is I want to keep a balanced approach to this issue because some men are being dragged by women not telling the truth. Last thing, General. And then there are women that stuff happened to them and they don't and no one is listening. And I think that if you got a woman that might be making something up, I'm not saying she is. It makes it bad for the people that really have something to say that no one believes.
Let me ask this, and I hope some of the women listening respond to this question.
Call in, correct me.
I'm about to ask. All right, so Dabu of 19 years old, grabbed some chick's butt, whatever, grabbed her boobs or whatever the case may be, fondled her, whatever the case may be. Dawu of 47, now successful, got a business.
No,
things popping. You a totally different, changed person. You got a woman in your life. You have a good relationship. The whole night. Got children. All of that. Should you be held accountable for something you did like that at 19 years old?
So if you're talking about
I want all y'all to answer this question. Should you be held accountable for something like that you did at 19 years old?
General.
At 47 years old.
If you're talking about us, the hip-hop generation, us of a certain age, right, that was there for the birth of hip-hop. If you want to go there, please sink every single man that you know on the planet. Do locked doors, strip clubs, getting drunk, getting high, getting locked up, and all kind of manner of debauchery. Now, if you want to talk about the industry, man, so you got groupies, you got so many different things. So, me personally, when I was a child, I thought as a child, and I acted as a child, and when I became a man, I put away childish things. This is what I'm saying. You can put a man in the target here and destroy any man you want at any time you want. Because if you want to talk about me and Norm in 87 at Cheetahs and superimpose that to Norm business owner at 50, bruh, you sunk. That's all. And I'm not taking away from women getting their justice.
Right.
But bruh, I'm not. Okay, if I were the same person I was at 19, I wouldn't want to live. Meaning, I abhor the person I used to be. I grew up. But for me to deny who I was, I can't tell a lie. But if I tell my truth and say I slapped somebody on the ass, I'm getting sued and taken off the air and people want money from me. And how is that right? How?
Should there be some type of guidelines? All right, let me respond to Bob. Bob said, what is this ghetto soap opera that's interfering in the show?
There was this lady named Jaguar Wright who was a hip hop artist that was down with the what is that? The what movement was that? The neo soul movement.
Right.
Common and she's in the Roots. She has these allegations, kind of slamming a lot of different men. Some allegedly for sexual misconduct, manipulation, all kind of.
She came after Common the hardest.
Right, the hardest.
I would say she came after Common the hardest because she basically accused him of sexual assault, basically rape, and she's talking about it now, whatever, and everything, and then like you haven't heard Common's response, so we're just hearing her side of it. But are we to take her word? Are we? Do we take everybody's word that comes out with these allegations?
No.
And at the same time, at the same time, if somebody, again, the question was, if you're 18 years old, you're 19 years old, you're 20 years old,
go ahead,
and you grab the butt, a guy grabbed the butt, he grabbed the boobie, he did whatever, things that juvenile. I say the term like the juvenile.
Yes.
Most juvenile young boys, men, do crazy juvenile stuff like that, right?
Yes.
So then now this man is 47. He's established and he's living good, the good life, whatever. Do we come out and be like, at 19, Rashad, Dawood, Norm, grab my butt and grab my boobies and blah, 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 blah. And I'm feeling some type of way about it. Now that you're 47 years old, and this happened when I was 19.
So we're on a slippery slope. Let me just say this. I'm a rapper. It's 1997, and I got groupies. And I had sex with those groupies. Then I transitioned to movie star Will Smith status, blah, 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 blah. Chick come back with the drawers with my semen on them, saying I raped her. Now, what's the proof? I got physical proof. Dawood did, this rapper did this rapper did that. That's true. It was also true you was a groupie. Now, where does consent, for instance, come into play when you're talking about a groupie chasing after my tour bus with a breast hanging out all over the place in 99 on the Hip Hop Array tour?
That's me.
Now, you coming back at me saying the crew ran through me. And you have physical proof. There's the semen from the crew.
But
what?
But you was
I'm
a part
finished.
of that. But you was a part of that groupie culture back then. Yeah.
But it's no such thing as groupie culture now, because now it's just toxic. I know what I'm saying is, it's toxic masculinity and men ain't shit and blah 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 blah. What I'm saying is, they're twisting the narrative. Some women are twisting the narrative.
Right. So. Here's the thing.
And you was drunk and you was high, by the way.
Here's the thing.
Lady.
Let's be honest. The entertainment game, we know there's a strong groupie culture. I don't care whether you DJ,
Yeah, of course.
whether you're artist, whether you whatever. There's a strong groupie culture. There's
Whether
something
you
that
carry the
love,
records, a groupie will sleep with you.
whatever,
To get next to you.
whatever the case may be. Do we hold them accountable for their actions? Now this is gonna sound crazy.
You mean the women or me?
Yeah. So listen. So you got the groupie. You got the female.
Go ahead.
Oh, so I loved your last record. Your last record was so hot. That was such. Oh man, I just love you. Blah blah blah. I'll come backstage with you, or I'll come back to the hotel with you. Blah 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 blah. I just want to make you feel good. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of that out there. Right?
Yeah.
Now, something goes down. She has sex with the artist. Whatever.
Yeah.
Right. She hits the artist up the next day, like, hey, can we hang out? Can we go out? Can we spend some time together? Whatever. And the artist is like, nah, yo, please don't call my number no more. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
this and that.
for real.
Leave me alone. Blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Can I have free tickets to the show? No. Right. Oh, then here comes an allegation.
Mhm.
Right. Here comes an allegation.
Go ahead.
Now, we know it was consensual.
Mm-hmm.
It was consensual. We know all of that, but here comes out the allegation. Oh, he touched me. He did this. He did that. He did this. Whatever. Should there be some type of accountability for the groupie culture that lied and that made up the stories? Because they didn't get what they want out of the situation. And this what happens a lot of times, too. They didn't get what they want out of that situation. She ain't getting the free tickets no more. He ain't taking her out and spending a lot of money on her, buying her the champagne, whatever, having sex with her whenever she want, whatever case may be. He ignores her now.
Go ahead.
So now she comes out with allegations. You find out these allegations
Are false.
Are false.
But your career done.
Should there be some type of accountability on the groupie? Should there be some type of penalty against the groupie?
There should be, but there never will be.
Because you know why?
Go ahead.
They'll always
never
say
be there.
the man or the artist should have known better.
Because guess what? There are some women that are going to use their sexuality to get what they want and to get what they need. Now, you look down on a prostitute who's straight up with it. You want some of this? Give me some money, blah, 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 blah. You look down on her, right? But the lying groupie, you know, the woman that married the rich dude and took all his money, I want to have Tracy Morgan, that's her right as a woman. You're a toxic man. You abused me. You did this. You did that. So now, to go back to what you said, being in the industry now, bruh, listen, security. If you are our artist out here, you gotta let we gotta let groupie culture die. Like, yo, don't touch me. I got security guards. I got everything.
I'm
because
having cameras in the car. I'm having
yeah,
cameras
and recording
in the
devices.
station.
That's right.
I'm having cameras
That's right.
on my turntables.
That's right. And a contract. That's
I'm
right.
having cameras everywhere.
That's right. Can you sign his consent
it's
form?
It's a different game.
Oh,
now.
absolutely.
It's a different
Yes.
game.
Yes.
You can't even rub a shoulder and say, "Oh, it's good to see you. You look nice today."
You can't even.
Violation.
Now, but can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
What's going to happen?
And we're going to conclude.
We're going to conclude to that subculture of women that get paid for that. If everybody is on lockdown now, it's going to be hard out here for hoes. It's going to be hard out here for groupies. It's going to be hard out here for opportunists. Because guess what? I got a camera, listening device, a police officer, and everything else. So what I'm saying is, it's
the allegation, like about 25 years old. Majid said, I am late on how old is the alleged offense. It's about
20,
like 25
years old.
Yeah, about 25
Right.
years old,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. But again, it's all about how do you prove these situations? You know, how do you prove these situations and everything? So if everything Jaguar Wright is saying, you know, about Common is true, how does she really prove that? You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's the whole thing. And then if she's sounding bitter and disgruntled, like you said, she's mentioning this and this was my boyfriend first, and this. And
I'm a better
this
artist
is,
than
I'm
you.
a better
Fuck
artist
her.
than this and all of that.
Yeah.
So now you're not talking about the alleged situation that supposedly damaged you or hurt you. Now you're going into something else, something totally different. You know what I'm saying? Than the original situation and everything. So it makes, I don't know, man. It's a thin line. It's a thin line. I think judges and juries need to have a little bit more guidelines set up in these situations.
Right.
You know, because I've seen dudes that were just young in like 18, 19 at 40 something get burnt for something that wasn't what the person made it out to be.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
it was consensual.
when he came out with the allegations. So I'm just saying, man, rules and guidelines and all this got to change and things got to tighten up because the Me Too movement has gotten tainted. That's all I'm saying.
Just 20
It's gotten
seconds.
a little tainted.
20 seconds. You could get with a woman. It could be consensual. You start making love to her, and then she go, I don't feel like doing this no more. So now the consent that you got, she's now taken away. You inside of her now. She's like, I don't want to do this anymore. So now you got the consent. You were both agreeing upon it. Then the woman changed her mind in the midst of the act. Now she no longer has your. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, it's something to think about. I'm just saying. On the Man Cave Morning Show.
And we'll talk about this. We'll definitely got to do a whole topic on the whole.
We do, with women calling in.
We talking about groupies. There's male groupies and there's female groupies.
Oh, yeah.
There's male groupies, too. So that's a whole different story. We could talk about that on the Man Cave Show. There's male groupies, too, bro. Hardcore.
When you say, do you think we care that we're groupies?
Yeah, we get
I know
played
we gotta
out.
leave.
No, we get played out.
We get played out?
We get played out, too.
You sure?
Just like the female groupies. Trust me. It's on both sides.
Okay.
We'll talk about male groupies too on another show. But listen, man, we want to thank everybody that joined us today on the Man Cave Morning Show, BKS1 Radio. It's your boy Rue, Storm Norman in general. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned tonight. It's gonna be Beards and Ballheads. Fat Lace will be rocking out at 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stay tuned for the Owl Show and all the other great shows, Dollhouse and Duality Podcast, just all the great shows on BKS, man. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. Head to Head Hits is going down this week. It's going to be a lot of great battles, a lot of great verses this week on Head to Head Hits. We want to thank everybody for rocking out with us. And again, man, just remember, this show is never about us, man.
It's always about you.
Because
you are
the next best kept secret. Yes.
Support. If you would like to support the program you just heard, if you would like to support the station, if you would like to support Norm, $, BKS1.
BKS1 Radio.
Radio.
BKS1 Radio.
Please do. Thank you. We love you. We appreciate you.
Norm is good.
Respect. No, support Dawood. I need gas money.
Yeah,
He
no,
on the
real
station.
talk, real talk. If you would like to send a donation to support our programming, just please cash app $, BKS1 Radio. It doesn't matter how small or whatever. It could be 50 cents, $1, $5, whatever.
We appreciate that.
We appreciate that. Just especially supporting our programming during these times that we're in right now.
Sir.
All right. So we appreciate y'all. We thank y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Man Cave Morning Show. You already know what it is, man. Again, we love you guys. There's not a damn thing you can do about it. All right. Peace and blessings.
Wakanda forever.